aloha, it's the GOAT here, the greatest of all time, sports fan traveler. He was my buddy, the Prophet Muhammad, Ali, greatest of all time, entertainer, boxer, showman, one of my idols, like my father. He was the greatest. There he is, Muhammad, looking pretty, like me, ever was, is now, ever will be. And here's the skinny. I'm on the top of a rooftop in the capital of Guinea. And would you know it, in honor of my brother Muhammad, we got a mosque in the distance. Look carefully, boys and girls. Just to the left shoulder, Muhammad Ali, whooped Joe Frazier, Lloyd Patterson, Roberto Duran, Nick Spam, Better Pray, Sugar Ray, Leon Spinks. I already said that one. Who else I got? And you know, we kick everybody's ass. So, I'm here in Conakry, C-O-N-A-K-R-Y, and I'm probably mispronouncing it. I never said I was the greatest pronunciator or enunciator. So I'm on top of the My Hotel, M-A-I Hotel, and you are looking into the sun. Sorry about that, but I can't control that. That's up to God. Looking into the sun, and this is the heart of Guinea, the capital. You can hear a lot of the noise. I'm on the 8th floor of the hotel. I'll give you the panorama, sponsored by my girls from Bananarama, from Monique and Unique and Technique, from Mozambique. And there's a lot of murals here. In fact, check out my buddy. That's me too. I'm Einstein. Just kidding. If you know me, I'm pretty. I never said I was the smartest. I went to 3 high schools in 5 years. 3 colleges in 3 years. Well, I did graduate from high school with honors. And look at me now. How many other people you know been to see football in 73 countries? Americans, that would be soccer. How many people you know seen hoop it up in almost 65 countries, and baseball in 50. And I've seen sports in more than 100 countries. If they build a pitch in Antarctica, I'll be there, and I've been there, just not for sport. But I did take a polar plunge because I'm crazy. Yes, I'm crazy. Yes, I am. So I'm gonna give you a little panorama of all the murals up top here. Now, the owner of this here establishment, his name is Mike. He's originally from here in Guinea, but he also lived in the States in, no, sleep, till Brooklyn. And here's the thing about America. I love America. My car is wrapped in the American flag, so I wear my heart on my sleeve. But I have to say this about my fellow Americans. It's not Americans' fault. It's the fault of our news media. They don't cover the world. They don't. I gotta watch the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC, to find out about anything going on in the world other than maybe 1 or 2 major stories. I don't know about you, but that's pretty sad. We're supposed to be the leading beacon of freedom and the free press, and all we do is cover our crazy stuff in America, which is fine. We gotta cover that crazy stuff. I get it. But you know, there's a world out there, you gotta cover it. So Mike was relaying a message to me when he first got to America, and he was living in Brooklyn. And everybody he talked to, including African Americans in America, thought the president of the African continent was Nelson Mandela. As they say in French, excusez-moi, Nelson Mandela was a hero to South Africa and the apartheid movement across Africa and the free world, quite frankly. But he was never, and nor is there anyone that is the president of an entire continent. That does not exist. There's no president of North America, South America, Asia, Oceania, or Antarctica. Now, our presidents of individual countries. That just shows you the naivete of this one gentleman. And I'm not saying it's all Americans. And it's not Americans' fault. We don't cover the world. And that's why I'm here, and why I love to travel, is to educate Americans on what's it really like in these places. So I'm in Guinea. And if I got a story for you that happened to me this morning, I can't make this shit one up. You're gonna like this one. So I'm down there where, just imagine for a moment, boys and girls, there's Guinea flags flying. And by the way, the Guinea flag is similar to the Benin flag. You got some yellow, you got some green, and you got some red. I like red. Red is love. So, in the distance here, you can see the Grand Mosque right here. Well, there's another mosque way down there called, hit me up, Muhammad, the Palace Muhammad V. Now you can't see it from here because it's way down there south. But trust me, it's there. So I'm setting up my tripod. It's a beautiful morning. The sun was in a different direction. It was hitting me. So the greatest thing it was. He is now in a little D, just like Muhammad. We're pretty, aren't we, Muhammad? Like a girl. So I'm setting up my camera, taking pictures. Everything's going fine. Then all of a sudden I see these brothers running. I'm thinking, oh, people out there for a run. They're all wearing the same uniform. And they're wearing like this red jersey, and it's like, it's like a group thing. When I was in Zambia, when I was in other countries in Africa, people run is part of African life. It's part of athletics. Ethiopia, Kenya, a lot of great athletic runners. Next thing I know, I got some brother with a gun strapped to his shoulder with 3 other brothers wearing military fatigues, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm taking pictures of some player I'm not supposed to be. So, needless to say, my camera was confiscated, my tripod was confiscated, my passports was confiscated, and then I got a little interrogation. Now, here's the thing. I got to give this to the Guinea people here. The police here, there's a perception that everything in West Africa, or even Africa in general, is corrupt. I cannot say that in my case. It was a long interrogation, but it was a peaceful interrogation. It was very professional, in fact. They just wanted to know, what was your intent? Why were you there? And I explained to them, because excusez-moi, oui, and merci bien are the 3 things I know in French. I didn't know I was near a military installation until some dude had a gun and was like, no. So those dudes that were running, they were running for fun. That was the military. Oops. So needless to say, I spent about 3 to 4 hours this morning getting grilled by, I don't know, 5 or 6 different people. Now, I don't want to sound arrogant here. I wasn't worried. Now you can read the tea leaves and you can kind of get a sense for, yeah, okay, man. We had good conversation, even though I had to speak slowly, because being from Connecticut, the Northeast, we talk fast. Like, am I talking too fast right now? I will try to slow down for those of you in the South or the Midwest. I love you. So anyway, I got interrogated for a little bit, and then they actually wanted to come to my hotel, which is here, my hotel. I was down there, and they drove me back. I got a free ride, and they wanted to inspect my bags. I got nothing to hide. My days of those are long gone, thank God, otherwise I'd be fucked. So, they inspected my stuff, gave me back my passports, and here I am, atop my hotel. So a little tip, when you come to Guinea, just double check. Can I take a picture there? Because you don't want to go through what I went through. The good thing is, they didn't bribe me for money. They didn't research me like I had an anal cavity. So I'm here, I'm good, right, Muhammad? I'm greatest, I'm good. So we got Einstein, and because I told you I'm no Einstein, I don't know who this brother is. Then we got Muhammad Ali, the prettiest thing there was, is now, never will be, including me. Now let's do a little panorama. I'm gonna show you some of the other folks here. Now, most of the people on these murals are African Americans, and the owner is Mike from Guinea, and most of the population in Guinea, shocking, in West Africa is African American. We are in Africa after all. But there are a few white boys here, so we'll show them, including me. Look at me. I didn't get thrown in jail. Yay! All right, here we go. So we're gonna start down here, boys and girls. Can you identify who these brothers are? I will identify who we are. Starting right here. There's Winston Churchill, baby. And there we got, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. You got a white boy there. There's another white boy, Albert Einstein. There's the greatest, like me, Muhammad Ali. And we continue. And then this is one of my favorite ones, yeah? The man from Jamaica, man. All right, we jamming. Mr. Sports Travel not in jail. Thank God he obeyed with the Guinea police. Otherwise his ass would be in a Guinea jail. And that would not be fun. I told you I was the greatest sports traveler of all time. I never said I was the greatest singer. Let's move on. And now, got some more murals here. Obviously you can see some renovations going on here. That one there, that's Gandhi. And over here, we got our first African American president of the United States. There he is. It's a little messed up. The elements have gotten to him. But Barack is a pretty dude. I gotta give him to him. Michelle, you pick well. Barack is a pretty looking dude. Even with the mural kind of all jacked up. But that's okay, they're doing renovations up here. I'm sure they'll clean it up. Actually, I'm not sure, but I assume they will. Mike, clean it up. But it's great, Mike. I love your place. All right, let's keep going. And by the way, here we go. For those of you geographically impaired, that is south. That would be east. That would be west. And that would be north. Alrighty. Can you identify these people? Alright, well, a few of them I know right here. Here we got Mr. Morgan Freeman. There's the hint. They're earrings from Morgan Freeman, one of my favorite actors. Then here we got Mr. Samuel L. Jackson. Kahuna Burger from Pulp Fiction, another one of my favorite actors. But my favorite is Robert De Niro. You may not know who we are, but we know who you are. Goodfellas, baby. All right. And then we got Mr. Malcolm X. I have no idea what's behind this laundry that's being dried. Oh, and there he is. The worldwide phenomenon. You know, before he had all of his surgeries and fucked up his face, Michael Jackson was pretty, like me. Then he fucked up his face and he became a freak. But that's MJ. Just beat it. Oh, I forgot a mural here. Let me look this way. Other side. Hey, hey, hey. It's Jay. All right. Continue on. And there, arguably, right there, boys and girls, in the United States of America, the great, late great Martin Luther King Jr. Right there. Now that's another good looking man. He was a pretty looking man. I'll say this too about Martin Luther King. That brother knew how to dress. Every historic clip I see of Martin Luther King Jr., not only was he smart, articulate, calm, patient, peaceful, that brother knew how to dress. He was pretty. Perfect tie, suit. He was all decked out. Me? I said I was the greatest sports driver. I never said I was, you know, Gianni Versace or something, man. I just go to sports games and watch them and make you jealous. That's all I do. I don't dress like Muhammad or Martin. I'm still pretty. Okay, let's continue. And now we go here. And I gotta be honest with you, boys and girls. I don't know who these folks are, but I have a hunch that might be Mandela. But it's getting windy here, so I'm gonna put my tripod closer as I pull back that there couch, see if that is Nelson Mandela. I can't tell, but I think it is. Let's just see. Hold on. Camera, please don't fall. I already broke one of you on this trip. I'm right. Of course I am. I'm the greatest. There he is, boys and girls. And no, he was not the president of the African continent. No such title exists. But he was the president of South Africa after getting out of jail. There he is. And that's a good picture of Nelson. There you go, boys and girls, Mr. Nelson Mandela. The late, great Nelson Mandela, formerly the president of South Africa, spent 29 years. Don't quote me on the years, but I think I got it right. 29 years in jail. Why? Because he was black. Excusez-moi, that's fucked up. But hopefully we've learned that as a society, as a human race, the African American people, all ethnicities, all people, regardless of their race, creed, color, sexual orientation, whether they like sports or they don't, doesn't matter. We treat them with respect and dignity. A great way to end this video, the great Nelson Mandela. It's the goat here atop the roof at the My Hotel. MAI Hotel if you want to stay here. I recommend it. Mike's a nice guy. We'll see you in the next video. I'm going to go watch some football now.